The Castle, a museum focused strongly on the captivating history of Saginaw County. As alluring as it is on the outside, it is even more so within. Here, any curious eye can learn about Native Americans, industry, trains, and much more. Among these collections, I stumbled across an enthralling exhibit, the First Ward Community Center, founded by Edith Baillie. It was a segregated time. African Americans were forced to stay isolated in their own communities, where they lacked the opportunity to succeed and had an unequal footing in the world. Schools received less money, workers, less pay, and in just about every area, intolerance ran amok. Edith Baillie lived right through the thick of it. Having been born in Saginaw during the year of 1884, she saw this level of inequality throughout her entire life. However, as she saw this inequality in the world, Edith wasn't discouraged. I believe she was inspired, for she had the ability to do some good in the world. I feel it makes sense, since in her early life, Edith was a go-getter. She was a catalyst for change, thought, and practice. In a time when men vastly outnumbered women in college education, Edith still went and studied social work at Wayne State. She truly was one of a kind. After years of community service, Edith, under the support and encouragement of Dr. Martha Longstreet, decided to bring what was called the Service Club into the now called First Ward Community Center, and in 1935, Edith changed the location of the center and became its first executive director. The First Ward Community Center is actually still around today. I went to visit it and got to interview some of its wonderful occupants. This is Fifi Green. She knew Edith Baillie and was able to provide me with an incredible insight of the past.
Miss Baillie was one of our favorite people that was over here. I remember her so well because she taught us how to make peppermint candy with pet milk. Beat it up. She had to beat it up, pour the milk in, smooth it out, let it get hard, then she would divide it between us children. Miss Baillie taught a lot of us how to read better too. I gotta remember that. Miss Baillie was something else. She took us over to her building over there by on Weber, by Saginaw High sometime. Then she come back. I can't remember when she passed, but it was a legacy.
When conducting my interviews, I was able to find out what draws in the older people of the community.
I just come in because I enjoy it. It's my pleasure. It's my leisure time, you know. Laugh, talk, we have fun.
Enjoy being around the older people, even though they older than I am, but I get to sit back and laugh at their jokes and the things they talk about when they was younger. They talk about when, you know, and I tell them things about when I was young and having fun, coming up here and everything, because it's a good variety around here, and the peoples around here are lovely, and everybody here, they open-handed.
This is Larry Campbell, and I asked him to reflect on his times as a First Ward kid.
It was like a place for myself and others to come, and it'd be a safe, harmonious, relationship we would have with the staff, where you could interact with the sports activity. You could also learn educational activities. It structured you, and you came, and now you're at a point now where you want to give back to First Ward. You want to give back to the community, and keep First Ward growing and prospering. And it has, grown and prospered when you look back over the years and you see where you came from and where that leadership or that direction that they instilled in you.
I even teach the kids how to do applications, how to go out and have them dress up to come and do interviews. They just did that the other day.
There's no doubt that the First Ward has always been a place for children in their development, and this green bench has embodied this since the beginning. And this is Corinne Dalton. I asked her to elaborate on its importance.
But there was a story about Edith Baillie and how she used it for bringing character out into the children that visited the center. And what it was is she used it as a disciplinary measure not corporal punishment, but having them sit on the green bench to have a timeout and think. And they actually had things for the students who sat on the green bench to look at that, to be able to let them know that that's not the type of character that you should have.
I was also informed as to what the First Ward Community Center does for the community itself.
They do a lot for the community. We have a picnic out front for the children. There's a lot of after-school activities for the children. They come here and they do a lot for the community. It says First Ward Community Center, and it is a community center.
Well, in 2008 was the low point. That's when the financial crisis and all of that was going on. And there was a lot of other things going on in the Saginaw community. A lot of the gang violence and drug violence and drug things that were going on in Saginaw. First Ward was affected by that because we had seen quite a few of the young people who had come through the center and were in our programs to get murdered out on the streets of Saginaw. There were dollars available and given to First Ward to be able to help, to get the help with that and to get the kids off the streets and get them doing, different activities such as Art Smart and basketball tournaments and other different things that we've been doing the entire time I'm here. But that particular time that the city of Saginaw actually gave us dollars to be able to run the Civitan Center, and we ran that center. Shilda Braddock and some other people. I'm just the office manager, but they put together a proposal and they proposed to have a basketball tournament that ran throughout the summer, and we were able to get the kids off the streets. And during that summer and the subsequent summers, there wasn't one person between those ages of 18 to 22 that was murdered in the city of Saginaw.
So if Edith Baillie were still alive today, what would you say to her?
I would give her a high five and say, well done. Good job. Thank you.
I would tell her thank you for finding First Ward Community Center, because like I say, it helped me a whole lot. It kept me out of a lot of trouble. When somebody said, come on, let's go do this, no, I'm going to First Ward. And that's where I was at, First Ward. And then I go home, oh, did you know so-and-so got caught stealing and doing this? Oh, boy, I'm glad I wasn't with them. Because like I say, it's a very positive place.
Thank you for the kindness that you showed us, because you did not, it wasn't like way back in the day, some people would think that a white person wouldn't take time with little black children. She really devoted herself, truly devoted herself to us. We didn't know nothing about racism then because she didn't let us know nothing about racism. I can't remember any white children over here. She was devoted to us, and so I thank her. If she was here, I would really thank her and let her see that I did grow up to be a good person.
God bless her for putting this building here. Just, God bless her, the whole community, the whole Saginaw area should bless her, because not only here, but everybody, people come from all over town. Even from Bay City, some people come here and get accommodated with the giveaway, And I just can't say enough about what a blessing she has left here. And this should be a historic site for everybody, not only black, white, yellow, green, everybody come here and get food. It's plentiful, May she rest in peace.
Well, to Miss Baillie, Miss Edith Baillie, and thank you for the vision. Thank you for the sense of direction. Thank you for your perseverance. Thank you for everything you've brought us to this point through your legacy. We definitely applaud you for what you had, that intuition, you had that vision, you had that sense of knowledge that this community needed this, that the city of Saginaw needed this. And let me just say to you, thank you, we appreciate you, and you have achieved that inner vision. We're here to try to continue that vision, that legend, that forethought that this community would be better. It would be more on one accord, and you have achieved that. We just thank you for everything you've done. Your legacy will live on.
All right, and on that note,
Okay.
I would like to thank you for wonderful interview.
Glad I can be assistance,
It's great.
This First Ward is, like I said, there's others in the community that are still trying to do the same thing throughout the city. The First Ward is like I said, Miss Baillie was one of the pioneers, but it's continuing.
There is no doubt that Edith Baillie left a long-lasting accomplishment. Her contributions to Saginaw are exceptional. When she retired in 1965, after a vigorous 30 years of service, she left a long line of dedicated, inspiring successors. She died in 1975, but her legacy lives on. We can see that through her exhibit at the Cass Museum, elementary school named after her, and even her 2016 induction into the Saginaw Hall of Fame. First Word Community Center is the living embodiment of her generosity, responsibility, and charity. For those interested in supporting Edith's legacy, the Community Center takes donations, and patrons can find their names honored on the legacy wall.